Hi, I'm meteorologist Alex Liggett here in the ABC7 Weather Center with your tropical update. We're actually watching two systems out in the Caribbean and the Atlantic in Isaac and Joyce. This is Isaac here. This is actually in the Caribbean just to the south of Puerto Rico. It's now moved to the west of the Antilles, which is a good thing for those islands, but now it's going to head back over Hispaniola and towards the Florida coast all the way to the early beginning of the next week. Now, it has a lot of interactions to go through. Not only a little bit of dry air out ahead of it, but then once you hit the Dominican Republic and Haiti, you have some of those higher mountaintops, and then you have the landmass of Cuba to go through as well before it reaches the Gulf of Mexico. Now, if it does reach the Gulf, it can actually re-intensify. The storm itself is expected to intensify a little bit more as it heads towards the Dominican, could reach hurricane strength before it actually reaches landfall right around the Dominican Republic and Haiti. But once it does that, it's going to interact with that land, also that those mountain regions there, and it's going to lose a little bit of steam as it gets closer into the region. Now here's a look at the infrared satellite. You can see those cold cloud tops. It's really designated by those bright pink areas. Those are the very high cloud tops in the atmosphere. It usually will show just a generalized idea of the intense nature of the storm. Now, there's no real big areas of thunderstorm activity right around the center of circulation right now. There's no real pronounced center of circulation either. It's kind of just a broad circulation, and that's actually a good thing because it shows that it's not a very intense storm as of now. Now, once it goes over Cuba and closes in on Florida, you can see right around the Keys, a possibility by Monday morning, could actually regenerate into a Category 1 hurricane. And once it moves west of there, it actually, if it goes into the Gulf, it could even have a bigger problem as those warm waters up there could lead to some re-intensification. It actually could have some troubles, not only for the west coast of Florida, not just for Tampa, not just for Fort Myers, but eventually up north of there for Pensacola and southern portions of Alabama, Mississippi, and the Gulf Coast states. So you got to have that in the back of your mind as well. Now here's an idea of just a couple of the models, what they're thinking. Basically, they're called spaghetti plots. All those different colors there, that's just a couple of them. I mean, there's about 15 to 20 of those models, and they're all depicting different scenarios, but overall they are kind of saying that the west coast of Florida is kind of under the gun here, the proverbial gun, but once it gets over the Hispaniola and into the region, it's really intensification is going to be the tough thing to narrow down, as some of those storms, or some of those model guidance things, they're really depicting only tropical storm strength as far as even out through Sunday and into Monday and Tuesday. So that would be a good thing to keep this thing a weak storm. And as it's heading over Hispaniola, I think that would be a good thing if it would. But you never know what happens when it goes back over into the Gulf. As far as Tropical Storm Joyce is concerned, 40 miles per hour winds, sustained, gusting to 52. It's going to stay out, going to be a fish storm. If you're heading to Bermuda, though, keep an eye on it because that's where it could be headed by the early parts of next week.